I love this song, man. This song is a good little song. All right, so I'm gonna just get straight into it. Um, I need to be more consistent with these streams, but I like letting the chapters stack up. But I'm gonna still tweet this out real quick. Damn, what did I just do? I typing too fast. Like 3 things just popped up on my screen. All right, we're reading chapter 113. This picture of Crollo. This shit is so ass. Alright. Reading one. He's chapter 1132 and Hunter X Hunter chapter 407 through 409. Twitch.tv/yes sir. Catching up on One Piece chapter blah, 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 blah. Let's just loop this. How do I loop? Shuffle, repeat, order, repeat track. Alright, we're gonna start with One Piece. I'm sure it says, I think it says it on the screen, right? Yeah. We're gonna catch up on One Piece first, and then we're gonna do Hunter x Hunter. Let me stop scrolling on Twitter. But Hasane Miku on the screen. You already know. I guess she's down here, technically. Alright. Chapter 132. 1132. Adventure in Elbaf. Author note says, I apologize for my sudden hiatus. I happened right after I said I'd do my best too. It happened afterward. I wonder what he was doing. 'Cause I think that people were saying that he was in like South Africa for the filming of the live action or something like that. Let's scroll down though. A grand return. It's the Great Eric. The giant warrior pirates are back. It's great. They're taking a while. So this is the ship that Brooke? I forgot who else on this ship. I think it's like Brooke, Frankie, and Robin are on this ship right now. Scroll down. It says, hey captains, you coming to the bar for a drink? Nope. How come? Ooh, why his name Colin? Why his name Colin? They named that baby Colin. It's pronounced Colleen, like in Street Fighter 5. It's Colleen. He said, nope. Oh, they're heading straight away. Is that so? Well, if they've got guests, it's probably for the... Wait a minute. This is kind of paralleling what happened to Luffy at the beginning when he met Shanks. This is paralleling it a little bit. Heroes return. They're in a bar. Bunch of people in here. This is like literally chapter 1 of One Piece. Oh, they're heading up straight away. What was that? Hold up. I gotta figure out how to loop this music. I don't know how to use Fubar 2000. There you go. Alright. Is that so? Well, if they've got guests, it's probably for the best. Once they start drinking, they could be here for 3 days straight. Let's go down. They're heading up. They're going to the Sun Realm. If you're heading up to the Sun Realm, take this basket with you. Ripley's favorites are in here. I packed some for your father too. Wow, thanks. So you know that pirate that Dorian Broggy wants to fetch? He just became one of the 4 emperors. The boss told me more about him. Wait, it... Oh! Hey, I scrolled down a little bit too early. Nah, Luffy. So Luffy's doing the same thing that he's inspiring people the same way that Shanks inspired him. And I scroll down and Shanks is right here. Straw Hat Luffy, remember that name. So Shanks is their boss? You know that pirate that Dorian Broggy went to fetch? He just became one of the 4 emperors. The boss told me about him. Straw Hat Luffy, remember that name. Okay, I'm off. Hey kid, let the captains know we'll be by later with drinking snacks for the banquet. Got it. Scroll down. Look, it's the Gray Eric. Talk about good fortune. We're just in time for a rainbow. Let's catch a ride. Scroll down. A rainbow. It's gorgeous too. The rainbow's like literally jumping off of the island and going down into the water. I wonder if it's raining on the other side. I saw a double rainbow the other day, and like I think it kind of changed my life a little bit. That was a crazy day. This is the first time I've been so close to a rainbow. It's so clear. You're supposed to be able to see rainbows from this angle. Its mystique and beauty would be evident from any angle. Robin with the new hair. Hey, Nico Robin fan, I already told y'all. Y'all already know. Nico Robin. It's really nothing out of the ordinary. You can draw them with a sunstone painter. Draw? Are you saying someone made that rainbow? Well, of course. A sunstone painter. You ready, bosses? We're almost at the base of the mountain. Huh? Okay, grab on. We're about to go vertical. Huh? Vertical? But how? They're going straight up. Whoa! This is we're going up. I forgot to explain. The village is at the top of this tree. The world tree. The Yggdrasil tree. The Dragon Quest tree. That's why we're hitching a ride in this direction on the rainbow. We're holding off on partying till we get here. You're explaining it a bit wrong. How's it even possible? How's riding a rainbow even possible? What's the ship sailing on? A rainbow is nothing but a reflection of light through the... Actually, a rainbow is... He said, what are you talking about? Rainbows are meant to be crossed. Are you for real? You're riding a rainbow. Gaba-ba-ba. Gaba-ba-ba. That's 3. This tailwind is perfect for rainbow sailing. Rainbow currents don't give any resistance, so even the lightest of rowing will carry you all the way. This ship is tiny compared to this one. Wait, is this? Where's the Sunny? Isn't someone like literally holding on to the Sunny right now? That's not even their ship, I don't think. Is it? It's not. Luffy and the others are gonna go nuts when they see this. I think I've already gone nuts myself. Yo! Ditto. Amazing. It's a... I see Nico Robin again, bro. She's smiling. She ain't stopped smiling since we've been here. That's beautiful. I love that. He said, amazing. It's a 7-colored sea. The sparkling sound is so cute. The world is a never-ending chain of wonders. I had to hit that. His peak. His peak. Bro. We'll deliver being sake. I don't even care, bro. Y'all gotta see this. I had to screenshot this. Wait, we'll put this in paint. Look at this. Actually, you know what? I'm not trying to deal with all that. We're not worried about that. Just know I screenshotted it. Hey, captains, do you have a straw hat with you? If it isn't Harsden and Stanson, I was wondering whose ship that was. Ow! No, long time no see. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was trying to remember when the last time they saw him was. I gotta go back and reread One Piece because like there's a lot of these little interactions that I'm starting to like become really far away from at this point. Because I caught up to One Piece July 4th, 2022, and that was like right after Gear 5th. Literally like 2 chapters after Gear 5th had happened. At that point, I was like, I need to just read. I was in where was I? Where did I go in 2022? I forgot. I was on the beach when I caught up to One Piece, 2022 July 4th. Crazy, crazy experience. So the Straw Hats and the other ones are gonna catch up later. We hunted down a moose for him. Whoa, those are delicious. I want to bite. You guys have some. You guys can have some in there. There's leftovers. Hey, I got leftovers too. Shout out Thanksgiving. We got it, especially for the Straw Hats. He said, "Gay gya gya, gay gya gya." The random ass lives. The bridge between the realm of the dead and the realm of the sun. Whoosh. So we're back in Luffy's perspective, and they're the ones that are carrying the going merry. Okay. I don't know why I was confused about that. I said the going merry. We ain't had the going merry in quite some time. I meant the sunny. The going merry has been gone since I was in elementary school. The sunny, hey, that's our ship. Oh, hey Luffy Kun. Oh, we got the Bati. Hey Luffy Kun, right? So cute. I love you, tiny humans. Oh, but don't take that the wrong way. I'm not like him. They not like us. He said question mark. Don't go lumping me in with that creep Roto, okay? I don't go around trapping humans in cages. I just want to be friends. Gerd, this isn't time. So, Roto? Gerd is Gerd this roundish person? Roto? I don't know who's who right here. The thing with Hunter x Hunter chapters, you got to read them 3 to 4 times. That's why I'm reading it out loud and trying to stream it right now, because Hunter x Hunter it's dense. Like I had to reread it this last arc before I even got to the new stuff. Like even when after this hiatus, when these last batch of chapters came out, I was like, let me go ahead and just reread the entirety of this last arc again one more time, just because everything is happening so quickly and there's so much going on. I love it. Still, it's awful he didn't give you any choice when he put you in here. Believe me, I wouldn't associate all that with that freak if I had a choice. We're very sorry about all this. Oh, you're talking about the skull face guy? Doo-doo. Say now, you just came from the realm of the dead, right? But what were you doing down here? Did you fall? What? Oh, he was with him. Wait, I forgot that happened. It's been a minute. It's been like 3 weeks since that happened. Remember, our deal's a secret, so don't say a word about our meeting. This is Loki talking to Luffy. You're awfully sweaty even though it's freezing out here. Anyway, I'm glad you're okay. Scroll down. Elbaf, Realm of the Sun, 2nd level. There you are. It's time to come home, my precious live dolls. This freaky ass dude with the mask. Scroll down again. Yeah. Now, let's get you locked up again before the others catch. He got his tongue sticking out, freaky ass. He said, Namitaso, Chosaso. You'll be 2 mine for life. Hardy bop. Language he's using in here is so interesting. Like, they have such a distinct way of talking in this series. Saying out loud just sounds goofy. It's funny. Seriously, even animals don't fall for bait that obvious. Zoro, Sanji, you guys always overdo it. You didn't even lift a finger. Alright, let's go check out the land of giants already. You damn puny humans. He's here. So they're meeting up with them now. And so are the other Straw Hats. That voice, it's Gerd Tasso. So Gerd is the Bati giant. Roto is the weird ass dude with the mask that was calling himself the sun god. Roto, you freaking weirdo. Sanji said, Zao. He said the giant lady. He said, I guess it doesn't matter if I overdid it now. Yeah. Hey guys, it's Luffy. They brought the Sunny too. Greetings, Straw Hat crew. My name is Gerd and this is Goldberg. So Goldberg is this person over here. Our Harjin's subordinates. We're Harjin's subordinates. Sorry you had to see the ugly side just now. We'll guide you properly from out here. Gerd-chan will be my guiding star. Do you have any idea what we just went through? We'll make it up to you. Luffy running ahead. He said, let's go, Usopp. Their village is on this level. I'm so ready for this. Hey, me too. Usopp, it's your time to shine, bro. This is your arc. You don't want it to be like Frankie on Egghead. He said, just head straight out from the forest from here and you'll see some clouds. Take on a ride and you'll be at the village and we'll be right behind you. Wow, island clouds. Are you sure we're... You sure? If you're wrong, we'll fall. She said we could ride him. Jumps up. Goes back to Robin and them's perspective on the rainbow. So are they going to the same part? He said on the giant warrior pirate ship. You'll be able to see it as soon as we clear these clouds. Elbaf has 3 levels going from the top to the bottom. You have heaven, the sun, air, heaven plane, sun plane, and the dead plane. The realms of heaven, sun, and the dead. We live where it shines in the realm of the sun. On that floor there aren't many villages. It's so vast, the landscape stretches as far as the eye can see, and that's our village there. Wow. Welcome to Elbaf. So, bro, bro, start getting a little emotional. Alright, we're in Elbaf proper now. He said, "Welcome to Elbaf." Man, this is nice. And they're so tiny too. It's such a sight of enormity that it stuns all visitors. Most fail to find the words that adequately describe its immense grandeur. Hey, we made it. We made it, wow. It looks like an amusement park. There's a bunch of castles over here and trees and stuff like that. I know we have One Piece Odyssey, but like I really want like a really good One Piece video game. I need to play Odyssey still, but I feel like One Piece is just, it's a perfect adaptation. It would make a perfect adaptation to a really great video game. You guys, someday I swear I'm going to Elbaf. That boy Usopp crying. He started crying to the village of warriors. All right, Usopp, let's do it. Oh my god, the flashback. Bro, he's not, I swear Oda is not gonna drop the ball on this. Usopp is gonna be up. I promise you. Panels on everybody. Everybody's smiling. Robin looks happy. Chopper's like, oh my god. Frankie's like, I don't know what Frankie's feeling right now. He's kind of shocked. Zoro's a little overwhelmed. That boy Jinbei, shocked. Nami, happy. Brook, he feeling happy. Everybody. Sanji, he over there worried about the wrong thing, man. You need to lock in. We at Elbaf right now. It resides on the massive Isle of Elbaf. They call it the Kingdom of Warland, which resides on the massive Isle of Elbaf. Hence, it's a common moniker. What? Hence, it's more common moniker, Elbaf, the land of the giants. Luffy, we've been looking everywhere for you. So they all reconvened at this point on the Sunny. Did you guys just get here? Everything worked out in the end. From the mighty trees to the gentle flowers, from the sea to the sky to the land. Elbaf's the greatest. Why are they riding on a rainbow? Everybody's freaking out. All life on this particular island is so huge it takes one's breath away. To those who seek adventure, I concede it would be a great shame to turn away from this marvelous land. However, if nothing else, I implore you to keep. Let me keep reading. However, if nothing else, I implore you to keep this one piece of advice in the back of your mind. Give us a go next. Who is this? Bro, who is this? There's 2 people here. Should you venture out and arrive on Elbaf's vast and mysterious soil, heed my simple warning. If I could only write about one thing about this enticing nation, it would be this. Bro, who is this? This looks like a bear. It looks like what's his name from Elden Ring. And then there's a guy with like a spiky back. Do not be there long. Do not linger there for too long. Louis Arnott, Explorer. What? That's it? That's it? Who's Louis Arnott? Louis Armstrong. Who is this? So we got like some kind of bear in some kind of cloak. Looks like what's his name from Elden Ring? What's his name? I forgot. Blade, the half wolf. And then we got some guy that's down here. I don't even know if that's looks like a tiny little person. Do not linger there for too long. Louis Arnott, Explorer. So we got like actually let me not say anything about Hunter x Hunter. Got to keep those two separate. there's a certain explorer of the Dark Continent that we don't know about yet. We heard about. But hey, that was a good little chapter. I'm glad he's back. There's no break next week. I can keep living now. But now we can get on this Hunter x Hunter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been waiting for this. We're on Hunter x Hunter. Let him stack for like 3 weeks apparently. 407. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I got that. Alright, let me get the timestamp too. We're 20 minutes, exactly 20 minutes for that chapter. But now we can read this. Also gotta change the music up. Got some Mihoyo music, which on the Holy Night, Ayoko from Melty Blood, you already know. Alright. So Hunter x Hunter chapter 407. Let me go back and see what happened last time. I remember, but we were with the Phantom Troop with Nobunaga, and they were looking around. People were dying. That guy was clearly Hisoka. Oh, wait, didn't we see? Yeah, we saw. Frollo's looking for people. He's trying. He basically set his game plan out. He wants all 3 of these treasures. Balancing all them patience. Spider will survive. Spider will survive no matter what. He's at the funeral, overlooking it. Like I thought, someone's over there. So Crollo is plotting right now, as always, making some actual big moves right now. Chapter 407, negotiation. So we're still at the funeral. So this is like directly afterward. He didn't jump between anything. Let me change the title of the stream actually real quick. Just so people don't get spoiled. Like by coming in here thinking it's just One Piece right now. Right, updated that. Put this over there. All right. Chapter 407, negotiation. They're at the funeral, so this is directly after chapter 406. People are crying. It says the 9th Prince Halkenberg's funeral leaves many devastated. This is more than many people. This is several. What's another word for that? Numerous. You know, I thought I was going somewhere, but I need my thesaurus. Is spring and fall becoming shorter, or is summer and winter getting longer? Tagashi's notes. I just think that it's climate change right now, bro. I don't think that anything's getting longer or shorter. I think everything is just falling apart right now, and we're destroying ourselves. That's a little nihilistic. That is true though. Like the line between the seasons is like the transition. I think that summer and winter is just getting longer because we don't really have spring and fall anymore. Like those transition seasons. That's beside the point though. They're walking up these big ass stairs. There's a lot of people here. It's a ton of people. 12th day, Thursday at 1 p.m. We're seeing the whale. Scroll back down. Borkson hasn't shown up yet? No. The last contact was made moments before the funeral procession. Roughly 30 minutes ago, so 11:30. She might have been reassigned, or maybe she's pursuing a suspicious individual. We agreed to report any changes, right? Those theories don't explain our radio silence. Her radio silence. You're right. We should assume the worst. So she's the one that died. Borkson died, right? In the last chapter. No, I am tripping. Borkson was, yeah, nah, she did not die. All these names, man, I gotta start taking notes. A Blue Lock, man. I haven't read Blue Lock, but I've heard good things about it. That's something I could get into. Let me actually change this right here real quick. Yeah, Blue Lock is something that I could probably get into. I want to read Slam Dunk and Real. She might have been reassigned, or maybe she's pursuing a suspicious individual. We agreed to report any changes, right? Those theories don't explain her radio silence. You're right, we should assume the worst. Assuming that she's been abducted, by whom and what would their motive be? She's a soldier on duty, no less. How could she have been taken without resisting or causing a scene? Maybe they weren't alone. The bigger the group, the easier the abduction. If they just use a restraining method like drugging or and then surrounded her. Oh, if they used the restraining method like drugging and then surrounded her, it could go unnoticed by the crowd. Plus, if she was someone she recognized, if it was someone she recognized like a soldier, they might have even been able to do it alone. She could just pretend she's sick and carry her to the hospital where the crew awaits. She might have been hypnotized by a nim ability. Maybe those highly I never know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna say highly bastards kidnapped her to use as a pawn to assassinate Sari. Everybody's like, boy, what the hell? But then they're all like, you know, maybe you had a point. Meaning the possibilities are just about endless, but Momoli is right about the worst case scenario. Is it really okay for us not to do anything about it? I know she said not to take action if one of us got abducted, but still. Hey, what are you lot standing around for? Need I remind you that security alert is still going around? It's still ongoing. Report to your post immediately. We have until the end of this guard for us to reach a decision. Scroll down. Hey. You already know. Hold on. So let me back up. So what happened now? Oh, okay. So never mind. I don't even have to look this up anymore. That's actually interesting. Okay, yeah. So Borkson's with Mirena right now, and Mirena is a fire character. I like Morena's character a lot and like what she's doing for the story. But I don't remember if we even saw this, but like how did Borkson even get with Mirena? I don't know if they explain that or if we're just not supposed to know, or if we're about to find out right now. But let's keep reading. I think it looks like she got abducted. Hold on, let me look at the wiki right quick. Borkson. I gotta read a short essay to catch myself back up. There's so many characters, man. There's so many characters in this. Just another detail you can help from a reactable top secret weapon. Worried about Mirena capturing. Oh, okay. Yep, that is that chapter right now, and there's like 3 paragraphs after that. So some crazy stuff's about to happen. On the 12th day of the voyage, Borkson's friends gather on tier 3 to let the group know that she's missing, and they had contact to find roughly 30 minutes support. So that's what I just read right now. After meeting with Zayu and Shard members, 2 of the members from the information that highly weren't in the office cage. He has to. Alright, well, we'll just keep reading and catch up later. Scroll down. So Borkson awakes in front of Mirena. Mirena says, "Welcome to our humble abode. This is Hyli's hideout, which will make you Mirena Prudo. What do you want?" Smiling. Borkson not even scared. "I would like you to join us. It's not an obligation, but it's sort of like you're a compatible donor, you see. Therefore, I do intend to do everything in my power to bring you on board." Looks to the right. Or to the left. That's that way. 6 enemies, no restraints, but my weapons have been confiscated. Depends on the conditions. I don't remember a thing. This is no ordinary abduction. They must have used a power I don't understand. I can't give an immediate answer. A Nin type ability? How wise to avoid giving a straight yes or no answer. However, please understand the more I say, the closer we are to reaching the point of no return. Ooh. Is that a threat? Who knows? Hey, you tell me. He said, "I can't get into the specifics, but the longer we talk, the riskier it gets for both of us. How convenient. I won't deny it, but that's expected with criminals. So I came up with the most efficient way for you to express your true opinions. This will be my only compromise. We settled this with a negotiation game. If you quit this game, you sacrifice all freedoms except for the right to say yes or no. Explain the rules first. It's a simple game where a parent makes a request of a child, and it only ends when the child reaches a conclusion. I, the parent, start with 7 cards. D, no, yes, B, A. An arm doing this, the Kevin Gates, and then the target, which are face up. You, the star child, with 5 cards, are face down, which are face down. The child selects one of the parent's cards, and when the parent answers, the card is sent to the graveyard. Then, it's parent's turn to select one of the cards. It's the parent's turn to select one of the child's cards. The card is flipped upside down, then discarded. This continues until the child is left with 1 card, which becomes their final answer to their request. So let me guess, the child has 4 yes cards and 4 yes cards and 1 no card. Feel free to look from left to right. Yes, no. What's this? RR? The return card. The child can use to select a card from the graveyard and return it to their hand. This is like me learning the One Piece trading card game a few weeks ago. I love that game, but lots of rules. Meaning that if you're the last remaining card, you can use it to select any answer you like. The Joker card, the Hisoka card. The Joker can transform into either a yes or a no, which means that if it's your last card, you're free to choose your answer. So you say, what do you mean? You say that if I refuse to play, I'll be robbed of my right to do anything but say yes or no, which may as well mean you can't leave until you say yes. So is there any point to the game? Flip the next card over. Flips it over. X. The card is neither yes or no. It means you don't have to choose an answer. Then if I hold on to this card until the end, you're saying it can invalidate the entire game? Exactly. If you hold on to the X card, you'll be free to leave without answering. Naturally, we won't be able to force any renegotiations either, and that's a promise. So we got a Nin trading card game. Conversely, if you end up with a yes or no as your final answer, then you need to be prepared to commit to that answer. Do you accept these terms? You're barely halfway through the explanations, and it's still too early for me to say. Based on these explanations alone, it's clear that this puts me at a major disadvantage. At first glance, it looks like the child has an advantage because there's only 1 yes card and multiple ways of choosing no, but that's the first trap. Look, bro, how was Togashi thinking about all this? How do you even think about this as a writer? Like, I'm locked in. I took myself out of it for a second, but I'm like, hold on, this is bad. But like, how do you put yourself into this character's perspective with this scenario that you cooked up between these 2 characters, with this whole Nin system going on, with this whole thing that happening on the ship that's happening on the ship throughout the whole entire arc? Like, bro, this is real writing. This is real dense writing. Years of writing. Let's think this through. If I'm left with a yes card at the end, I automatically become her ally, which means having to follow all her orders. In other words, a total defeat. But how about the no card then? It's probably no different from the yes card. It may look like an ally now. But I'm sure it'll bear its fangs when the game gets started and I hear the explanation. So why are there yes and no cards on the parent side? Scroll down. Further explanations will likely clarify all the misfortunes that will befall me if I say no, until I'm made to think that saying yes might be better, in which case both the no and the Joker cards are useless, so it looks like return and X are my best options, 2 out of the 5. 40% isn't too bad, right? That's kind of scary. I wouldn't roll on those odds. I could have a million strong cards and it doesn't matter one bit. As long as the parent is the one picking the card, she can get away with anything. Moving on. Allow me to explain the parent's cards. And finally, the third trap, the worst of all, the objective card, the one with the target. If you select this card, I will explain my objective. The reason I invited you here and why I want you to join my team. I will do my best to keep it concise, but if you have any questions concerning the objective, I'll provide more detail. Next is the power card. If you select this card, I will explain my ability. Scroll down, scroll down. Do we know Morena's ability? I look like Bill Withers. That's funny. I was learning Ain't No Sunshine on my guitar the other day. I never heard anybody say that. That's funny. It may be beyond what you can grasp, but I will expose every aspect of my ability. divulging everything until you understand it fully. So I guess I don't think we know Miranda's ability, but we know how she gave everybody their abilities. I don't know if I want to look that up though, because I don't remember. There's a very strong possibility I could have just forgotten. It may be beyond what you can grasp, but I will expose every aspect of my ability, divulging everything until you understand it fully. But like I said before, the longer we talk, the more danger it is for both of us. So please forgive me if my explanations are swift. And the QA card. The question A card. You are free to ask as many questions as you desire, all of which will provide an answer. I will provide an answer for. As many questions as you desire? But what's the trade-off? We're asking that many questions. However, I cannot answer questions pertaining to my ability or objective. If you're curious about those, you have to select the corresponding cards, which is the... There are 3 types of answers I can provide. Yes, no, and finally, yes and no. Okay. If you wish for me to go further into detail into any of the questions or answers given, please select the question B card following the turn. Huh? If you wish for me to go in more depth into any of the answers given, so it's a question B card is a follow-up question essentially. I will answer anything related to that question until you're satisfied. However, it's only applicable to one question. The final question asks for question A. Be careful with your questions for the question A card. Okay, so it's like this better be your last question. You can only ask a follow-up question to the last question that you ask, is what that card does. I don't need yes or no cards in his head, or in her head. There's something I'd like to confirm about the wording of the answers. Could I ask a question? Could I ask a test question? Please do. Judging by body language and the tone of her voice, I can pretty much already tell. There are no underhanded tricks in this game, yes or no? Everybody silent. It's about agreeing on wording our responses to negative questions. Good thing you asked, because this can cause confusion. For example, bro, why are we playing this trading card game right now? Like, he spent a whole chapter. I don't even know if this chapter is over yet. That's just a whole chapter setting up the rules for a card game. What's he cooking? Like, why are we spending so much time on this? I'm not complaining. This is like a good thing, but it's... And like, I'm able to follow along with it too. I'm like, okay, I get it. Good thing you asked, because this can cause confusion. For example, in response to the question, won't you do X? There exist a people that answers yes, I won't do X. Normally, a speaker makes themselves the subject, as in, no, I won't do X. But this makes this people, the way that's phrased is weird, but this people makes the person they're talking to the subject. And so their response contains confirmation of the person's question, as in, yes, your assertion is correct. It could be the remains of their samurai society due to their culture of hospitality. So that the translators did a good job translating that too, because that's a very like Japanese syntax statement right there. Like the way that they focus, like their language is way more context heavy. So being able to translate that and make it to where I can understand that is really good on the translator's parts too, because I'm sure that was not easy to boil down, and especially in these tiny little manga bubbles too. Translators are fire for TCB. In fact, in one region, apparently they even refer to the person they're talking to as myself. Man, you guys are crazy, Yokotani. My bad, I didn't even realize. It appears this game is serving as both a rite of passage and an interview. What's your answer? Morena is using this to judge and gauge the candidate's personality, intellect, and suitability for their group. No, I won't do anything underhanded, and I say that as my own subject. Understood? Yes. This woman, why does she hold so much rage? What is she so angry about? And like, it's crazy you can see that, because she's like, she looks so neutral. Her face is very neutral, but you can see she's barely holding it together. Next up are the yes and no cards. She won't cheat. It's clear that absolute master of herself and those dancing around her. She's the absolute master of herself and those dancing around her. Despite their extreme confidence, they haven't once dropped their guard, and it's clear from their tone and demeanor that they resolutely object to cheating. They explain what happens if you're left with either the yes or no card at the end. If you'd like to know in advance, please select these cards. Finally, this is the deal card. If there's a card you desperately want back from the graveyard, you can bring it back by fulfilling a small request. You're allowed to decline the small request after hearing the details, but in that case, deal will go to the graveyard and it will be my turn to draw. The game automatically ends when you're left with one card, so the last chance to play this was with 2 cards remaining. And that wraps up the rules. That was a lot of rules. Will you please decide now if you want to play the game? I will play, but on one condition. I get to select which of the child's face down cards to play. Is that okay with you? And that's fine. I've played with that concession before. It's okay if my side handles the shuffling, right? Well, then shall we begin? That was the end of the chapter. Whole chapter was literally just setting up the rules for this game. That was crazy. What? We gotta go straight into 408. What is this? 407? 408? Yeah, you gotta go straight into 408. Boom, boom. 408. No, that was crazy. What was that about? Okay. So 408. You're first. Pick a card. Scroll down. The cards are on here. Chapter is called Negotiation 2. The bell rings on Morena versus Borgson's White Hot Mind Game. Tagashi note says, recently when I wake up in the morning, I feel cold and assumed it's because the temperature has dropped. Yeah, that's what happens when temperature drops. You get cold. I guess that's not really weird. He probably doesn't leave the house very frequently. Go get some air, man. All right. So she chose the target card. Let the negotiations begin. What made you pick the objective card? So chatting is okay? I'm fine with small talk, but there's no penalty, right? Of course, it's a great opportunity to get to know each other. They look over. Hey, so are there any other members? About 50 in total? They're both silent on the side. Nice try, but you won't hear a peep from anyone outside of us besides me and you. To answer your question, yes, are others. It's enough chit chat. If you want to ask more questions, use a card. Obviously, I picked the objective for information to base my decision on, but fine, I won't answer any of your questions either. That's a pity. How about you ask me one, then I get to ask you one. Thanks. So in her head, they're fewer than 50. Judging by how they weren't stiff in the slightest and reacted immediately, I must have been way off the mark. Maybe by around half? My objective is the total destruction of the Kakin Empire. Then after that, maybe humanity itself. And you're essential for that goal. Scroll down. Huh? That doesn't clarify anything. Interesting. That doesn't clarify anything. On a scale of 1 to 100, I say my understanding is at like a 3 right now. Oh my, aren't you a curious one? I guess I'll start with my personal background then. When I was 5 years old, Are you aware of the second track fakers? It refers to the royal members of the royal family who have no right to the throne, people like yourself. If you were talking about the real Morena of Prudo, then I'm not sure. Then sure, but I'm not even royalty. The original Morena is sleeping in my grave. Huh? Who are you? Did we know that? The original Morena is sleeping in my grave. Is she talking like figuratively like I died, or like did she literally die? The Shrovetide Carnival and Less Majesty. Does that clarify anything for you? Huh? The Festival Orphans? What? What are they talking about? Scroll down. Oh, we got one of the black background, like highly detailed pictures, panels from Tagashi. So he's about to drop some deep lore. The Shrovetide Carnival, a special festival carried out by the Kakin royal family once every several years. The royal family secretly entered a randomly selected village where they host a feast. The selected villagers are immediately split into 2 categories, stewards and everyone else, and the Less Majesty. All potential interactions against the royal family, however minor, are forbidden. All who betray this rule are severely punished. Before Kakin's modernization, interesting. If a commoner so much as looked at a royal or spoke without permission, they were given the death penalty. God damn. Ever since their democratization. There we go. That's how you say that word. Use of contraception, abortion, and even DNA profiling are still considered treason. Interference with the royal bloodline is seen as an act of rebellion. Okay, we're just going straight into this deep lore. My mother was picked as one of those stewards, and I was not allowed to rest or sleep for several days. Apparently, she died when I was 2, after being able to even acknowledge her pregnancy, or after never being able to even acknowledge her pregnancy, or that she had given birth to me. After our faces were marked at birth with all festival orphans were shipped to a facility. It was a human trafficking hideout overseen by the Hiley family, connected to an underground hospital that treated our mothers. This is deep. What is this? We were then split into 2 scientific categories: second track fakers and meat. I was designated as meat. We're getting the Morena deep lore? She just casually is like, yo, this is what happened to me. I lived there for 20 years as nothing more than a piece of meat. But recently, I took on a prestigious role of the head of the Hiley family. While performing my duties as meat, I slowly but surely came to notice the cultivation of a special talent, which is probably Nen. It was the ability that led me to plot the Kakin Empire's entire downfall. The carnival is an irregular festival. Each wave of orphans is marked by the design of 2 digits in the Kakin calendar. Don't know why I autopiloted that. I was in the class of 98. In the 20 years before I became Hiley's boss, I saw 7 other waves of festival children brought in. So, in the 20 years before I became the Hiley's boss, I saw 7 waves of other festival. So, they said it happens every several years, so that has to be like maybe every 2 to 3 years it happens. The 7 times 2 is 14. The range is like 14 to 21 times, maybe something like that. I don't know. We're not trying to do math on stream. That's never a good idea. The most recent being the year 20 orphans from last year. So the year is 21 in Hunter x Hunter. So right now it's technically the year 21, meaning the one that happened 2 years ago, 1 year after the anniversary of Kakin's democratization. 2 years ago, so 21, 19, 1 year after the anniversary. So 98 was the anniversary whenever okay. 98 was whenever they had their democratization, I'm assuming, if I did that math properly. Do you see, Kakin hasn't changed and it never will, and that sums up why I believe Kakin must be eradicated. In order to achieve my goals, I need allies who each have unique powers. Among them, the one with the most crucial power would be you, and that's why you were invited, and I'm trying to recruit you. But why me? That's not something I can answer with this card. Someone comes down, leans over, and shuffles the cards. Now, can you please move 1 card forward and flip it over? Skirt flips the Joker card. So it can be a yes or a no, or a yes and no, which means this card is worthless right now. Now place the Joker in the graveyard and pick the next card. Power. How sweet. The flex one. To think you'd ask about me 2 turns in a row. I'll try to explain. Oh, she said power as in like, let me know what your power is. Oh, okay, never mind. That's the card name. I'm tripping. Do you know about Nen? I've heard some things about it recently. I'm not sure if that intel was correct though. It's kind of a superpower that's being used in the Succession War. That's pretty much it. So, she doesn't know about Nen? Well, that makes sense, actually, yeah. It's like a superpower, but anyone can learn to use it through training. And there are also powers that help awaken the person's Nen. One part of my ability falls into that category, so you won't have to endure years of rigorous training. So, okay, her ability is like the ability to give other people powers, right? In that case, can you explain your ability in more detail, please? She has the the leveling mechanic as her Nen ability. Sure, simply put, I have the ability to attribute powers those with the same objectives as myself, thus expanding my circle. I'm a parent with 22 children, and once a child reaches a certain number of points, they become a parent too, and they can create children of their own. Just like a pyramid scheme, right? I offer support and guidance for each child's ability based on their objectives and personal individual personalities. In all honesty, she set up her explanations and objective and ability in such a way that each one is reliant on the other, like a triangle. If I had asked about her ability first, she wouldn't have explained all this. She set up her explanations for her objective and ability. So objective first, then ability. She wouldn't have explained that if I never asked. No, I don't have much time. I don't have that much attachment to Kagan. I really don't care about missions, national defense, or patriotism. Wait, objectives plural? Isn't everyone's objective the destruction of Kagan? But it's such a nuisance that oh man. It's such a nuisance to have someone else's grand ambition interfere with our mundane lives and disrupt the simple, uneventful future I imagine. Big text. Okay, big text, big text. I don't even remember a time before I was enrolled in the military academy. Sure, they drilled that into us with the country's defenses, that the country's defenses was our life's mission, but I told myself it would just be dandy if there weren't any wars in my lifetime, and luckily made it into the senior officers' schools. Even listening to an enemy nation's pop songs was a life or death gamble, but in high school, they did at least teach us about the untouchable outside world, even if the information was a few months out of date. Our country is the worst at flood control, yet we lead the world in information processing and manufacturing parts for man-made devices that fly into the stratosphere. I had planned on living an uneventful life in this country, perhaps starting out as an instructor at a border military school and ending up, ending up as a fourth secretary for the deputy chief of National Defense's General Affairs or something like that. That Beyond guy. That Beyond Guy's new continent stuff really cast a dark shadow over my plans for a peaceful future, not to mention superpowers and the total annihilation of humanity. The destruction of Kakin's empire is my own small personal goal. Small personal goal is crazy. I sympathize with your background, but even if I wanted someone to disappear, I would never envision murder as a solution. Yeah. I could... This is someone... they're conflicting right now because this is someone who just doesn't want nothing. I just want to chill. I don't want to chill bad enough to where I'm willing to kill people, but Miranda's like, nah, I need to kill everybody. Everybody gotta die. I need everybody to die. And so it's like... That's like... Their motivations are... outweighing each other like way bad right now. The larger goal we share is killing people. Okay? Whether directly or indirectly, but everyone's motivations, targets, and number of victims differ. Those are the small personal goals. So she said, the destruction of the Kakin Empire is my small personal goal, but their overarching goal as a group is to kill people. For different reasons and different... That's what she's saying. Interesting. Okay. But I'm glad that you're being honest with me. That way I can say with certainty I don't empathize with your goal. Using this information, I'll do everything I can to return to my mundane reality. Okay, so she does want it bad enough. She's like, I want to be so peaceful and so chill. I'm gonna destroy you. That's what she's saying right now. Net abilities are greatly influenced by one's personality and state of mind. Probably need to get some water. You said that one's personality influences their abilities, right? What makes you sure my ability will be so crucial when you know next to nothing about me? Or is this just some kind of negotiation trick to make your target think they're special? You're a specialist, huh? Nen powers can be split into different types: specialization, manipulation, emission, enhancement, transmutation, and conjugation is a language skill. Conjuration is the Nen skill, and they're all Hatsu. Out of all those, you belong to a very rare specialist category. We have an enhancer type in our team. Do the dog pose. Dogman, look over there. Who's Dogman? We have... Oh, it's this guy. Okay. We did learn about him earlier. We have an enhancer type on our team. He developed the ability to sniff out ability... He developed the ability to sniff out ability type usings. Oh, okay. That was a weird way to phrase it. He developed the ability to sniff out ability type usings. His... Huh? Oh, there's no space. Okay, they formatted this so weird. So he developed his Nen ability to sniff out other people's ability types using his enhanced sense of smell, is what they're saying. He reached the level where he can tell what an unawakened person's nin type is just from faint traces in their aura. That's kind of dangerous because that's like you can destroy someone just by knowing someone's nin type. That's something we've seen the entire series. What made me wear glasses? It's because I'm blind. I can't see. I've been wearing glasses since I was like 7. He's been searching for unawakened specialists on the ship. Specialization is approximately 0.033. Enhancement is 27%, conjuration is 15%, manipulation is 15, transmutation is 19, and emission is 24. Specialist types are that rare? I didn't realize it was that rare. He pulled out the percentages. An unawakened specialist on this ship. This is based on my own research, so it may not be entirely accurate, but I believe that roughly 1 in 3,000 people are specialists. I'm sure you understand what this means. It means we need you right now. It's true that specialists are relatively rare, but it wouldn't be surprising if there were 50 or 60 more people like you aboard this ship. The best case scenario would be to find one who shares our larger goal, and it doesn't have to be you. She's freaking out, tweaking out right now. It's really stressing. It seems he's actually come in contact with a few awakened specialists as well. He was ecstatic when he realized one of them was a famous Heaven's arena floor master. That's Krollo. I see you. It seems that he's actually come in contact with a few awakened specialists as well. He was ecstatic when he realized one of them was the famous. This is what I meant earlier when I said the longer we speak, the higher the risk. This concludes my explanation on my ability. I have a bit more I'd like to know about specialist. Should I join? What kind of ability would you want from me? That will greatly depend on whether you pick the yes or no card. First, let me explain the specialist category. To put it as plainly as possible, specialization is super useful. Super. Others have some limitations. For example, a transmutator will have a hard time learning a manipulator technique, but specialists don't have these restrictions. The only downside is that specialists are so proficient, they often don't realize they're specialists and end up overtraining in a specific category and regret it later. But if a specialist knows their type from the get-go, they can work on high difficulty techniques that require a deep mastery of multiple nin types, or even create unique abilities that don't fit into any category. By the way, I also happen to be a specialist. It seems that my ability is to allow allies to unlock nin abilities through a point-based system, which is an incredibly complex mix of all 5 categories. Naturally, I have a specific ability for you in mind, but unfortunately I can't divulge any more information without the use of this card that I'm pointing at right now that I have set out for you. If you use the yes card and ask what power do you wish for me to attain should I join your team, then I'll tell you. That's because this is less a question about nin and more about what role we hoped you'd fulfill in the team. Satisfied? Yes. Shuffle the cards again. My options won't change no matter what card I draw next. Looks like she'll keep answering questions even after the card is sent to the graveyard, as long as they don't fall under the question category. It doesn't hurt to get as much intel as possible, but she wasn't lying when she mentioned the time risk. I can't decide whether or not to drag this game out once my options become limited. Slide, it's the yes card. They could ask the question. I'm glad that I let these chapters stack up because this is definitely something you read all in one go. Like the back-to-back chapters like this. My, what a shame. They have a Super Famicom in the back. They're for real gaming. It's actually straight up a Super Famicom, and I think that's I don't know what console that is, but that's definitely one. We're only 2 cards in and it's already seemingly decided that you won't join us, huh? They're all disappointed, but it seems to confirm they've witnessed any cheating they have not recently witnessed any cheating in the past either. But let's not be naive. It all depends on whether or not they've played the negotiation game with someone who doesn't want to join before. I'm the first, then of course, they'd react that way. Oh well, can't be helped, but I'll still do my best till the end. There are differences between X and no cards. Would you like to know them? Sure. I'll play along. I choose no. Okay, I'll explain what happens if you're left with a no card at the end. It's essential that you understand the difference between the two. No means you refuse to join us. X makes the entire game moot. No is a firm declaration of your resolve. You're burning a bridge and there's no going back. Just like I thought, yes and no are the same. This is how they make you understand that yes is the only option. meaning that you and those around you will be treated as not on your side. Like everyone else, though, you'll be seen as mere points to be used to level up our abilities and achieve our larger goal. Ooh, that means you're gonna be hunted down by like everybody in this room. We will never attempt to recruit you again. However, we can't just let you waltz out of here with all our secrets. She's coming right out with it. She gonna kill me. She gonna kill me. So I guess X isn't an option either. The third trap is that the entire game is just a trap to force me into saying yes. With the X card, however, things play out differently. You'd still know our secrets, but we consider everything to be null and void. I'm not saying we'll erase your memory, but we will trust you and act like none of this ever happened. And we'll do the best to never come in contact with you again. We also won't pull any tricks like using null and void thing as a thing to try to recruit you again. And we'll make every effort to avoid involving anyone around you. Essentially, we'll share information pertaining to how close you are to those close to you among the team in order to avoid as much of those people as possible. But considering the nature of our goal, it might be best to say that we'll be leaving them for last. To save time, let's be blunt. Even if you tell me you'll trust me, I find it hard to trust you, because this X card doesn't seem to benefit you whatsoever. In fact, it's extremely risky. So how could you explain how this benefits you? Oh, it's great because I was just about to. I'm glad you asked. This might become long-winded, but the benefit is the very fact that it's high risk. I see vows and limitations are high risk and high return. They're extremely important part of net abilities. If we lose the negotiation fairly, then it can't be helped. Even if it's risky, I must accept the results. It is by playing the game with the resolve that I'm able to improve my abilities to better support my allies. Same goes for those joining the team. By playing high-risk games where no means death, both the feeling and solidarity of the ability's effect will grow stronger. That makes sense. You don't seem shaken. How impressive. I was prepared for the answer. Plus, none of it feels real to me yet. I'm sure that will change once there are only 2 cards left. Now, please proceed. X card. Now all that remains is no and return, death or survival. Huh? They look outside, they turn around. Special martial law has been declared. I repeat, special martial law has been declared. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. So their card game got interrupted. Is this the last chapter? 409 is the last chapter for right now. Uh-oh. Okay, we're on chapter 409. Interesting. Okay. We gonna get straight into this one too. We're not even gonna reflect on this. Ooh. Alright. Once again, straight into the next chapter. No perspective shifts, no nothing, as far as I know. Special martial law has been declared. Special martial law has been declared. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. All passengers on Tier 5 are following the orders of the military, police, and labor supervisions as usual. Rest assured, the issues occurring on the upper floors have no impact on Tier 5. Where are they on I think they're on a lower tier, Morena and them. I think they're high. Actually, we might not even know where their hideouts at. I wonder what tier they're on. I know Crollo and them are on the very bottom one, like the cargo or something like that. Same goes for tier 4. The connecting passageway has also been sealed so that any problems on the higher tiers will not reach the lower tiers. We've taken thorough precautions to ensure that there will be absolutely no impact on tier 4. Special martial law, the highest level of precaution against a national crisis. According to all citizens, attention to all citizens in tier 3, kneel down facing the nearest wall. They're doing the tornado drill. Place your hands on the wall and remain there. You know, tornado drills in school, I always thought that was so weird because they have you like curling up and hiding against the tornado. Like that hoe's not gonna pick you up and just throw you. I guess it's like a prevented thing because like I think if your body's like closer, you have like less damage to like your internals and stuff like that if you are curled up like that, as opposed to like spreading out your body. I think if you land in water, I'm pretty sure, I hope this is right information, don't quote me on this, but I think if you're supposed to land in water from like a really high like height, in order to like minimize the amount of damage your body takes, you're supposed to like spread your arms out and stuff like that instead of like doing a cannonball. because like it'll spread between all the damage will spread between the entirety of your body instead of just being hyper focused and like shocking you to the point to where you're like getting in the water and you pass out. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't plan on falling from a immense height into some water. But anyway, it says do not move until you are instructed by the Royal Army. Stay where you are. Anyone who does not comply will be shot. You know, that is what, to go back to that thing I was saying earlier, that is what Link does in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. When he jumps down, he like holds his arms out. So maybe you are supposed to do that if you're falling from a height to like minimize the amount of damage you take to your body. I'll look that up later. With this broadcast, all Royal Army soldiers have been granted the right to shoot any suspicious people without warning. An obligation to completely eliminate armed civilians and anyone who poses a threat. What happened? This is negotiation part 3, so 3 parts maybe. I wonder if the reason my phone stops working after about 3 hours is because the battery is spent. Tagashi just really asking the hard-hitting questions in these in these author notes. He's like, I wonder if fall and summer and spring are getting shorter. Of course, Morena is just nervous. I was just on tier 1 and I couldn't have even anticipated this. But this helps narrow down where the hideout is, so we don't know where the hideout's at. They don't broadcast higher tier announcements in the lower tiers, meaning we're on tier 3 or above. Okay. Nice deduction, because I was not going to figure that out. I choose the deal card. The longer the broadcast goes on for, the more I'll find out. It's my turn to pick the card. All tier 2 citizens, return to your rooms immediately and leave all doors open. Wait with your hands either flat on your desk or above your head, and without, they're really gonna go through everybody on this ship. That's crazy. I'm impressed you can keep your cool in this situation. Very well, let's continue then. I didn't expect our side's risk to be revealed at a time like this. At this volume, she could have easily heard me over the announcement had she been attentive, meaning she was either 1, distracted by the other things, or 2, she was saving time in order to rethink. Either way, that announcement is my favorite since I want to get out of here. She understood the broadcast risk and importance, but still decided to continue the game, meaning that she's confident this hideout won't be found, or that she won't be able to, or that she'd be able to fend off a raid even if it was. None of this is unfavorable to me anyway. If the game goes smoothly, there won't be any quarrel over the result. I mean, yeah, if they do come in and raid the place, all they have to do is just keep going into their mission, which is just kill everybody. So like they don't really lose anything unless there's something we don't know about. They want people to come in and try to raid, because I feel like everybody in this room could just kill anybody they'd be able to send, unless they had end users on the like security force, which is like Kirpika and them, but they're only there to defend the Kakin people, so I don't think they even do that. Obviously the Royal Guard breaking in and out and detaining her is the best situation, but I can't see myself catching a stray bullet. I can see myself catching a stray bullet, or worse, a long interrogation and torture. The only peaceful way out of this chaos is with the X card. Okay, in that case, you'll have to fulfill my small request. Then I can bring back a card of your choice from the graveyard. By the way, I've already decided it will be a kiss. Huh? Oh, I'd rather not. A deep mouth-to-mouth kiss. We only need to do it once, but it lasts until I'm satisfied. Freak ass. It's one of the conditions of my ability, so let me explain a little. Freak ass. There are 3 conditions you must meet to join us. 1, choose the yes card in the negotiation game. 2, kiss me and become infected with my ability. Or 3, be present when either I or another member is murdering somebody. Wow. The order isn't important, but if these 3 conditions aren't met, you can't join, so please don't worry. Knowing that, will you accept my request? To all esteemed passengers on Tier 1, please return to your rooms and prepare for military inspection. Once the inspection is over, we'll ensure that you'll be able to return to your regular proceedings. This is a Tier 1 emergency broadcast. They would never broadcast this to the lower tiers. We must be on Tier 1, but is this even possible to abduct but is it even possible to abduct me in Tier 3 and move me all the way this way? That is pretty far, yeah. Hang on, she's impersonating a second track faker and the head of the Hiley family. Even though they remain in the shadows, they're still royalty. She should have a residential area on Tier 1. Maybe they simply managed to relay the higher tier broadcast to their hideout. I understand that you're worried, but rest assured, I promise not to force you to meet any of these conditions. Which means this hideout could be on any tier. Oh. There are things I need to ask, and I still want the X card back. I accept. I have no choice. So she has the X card inside of the. She has the X card inside of the graveyard, so she could get it back out. Okay, good. Come closer. Huh? She's blushing. What? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? Just straight face. I didn't think that I'd. Huh? Did it actually happen? Oh, so they kissed. Okay, interesting. I didn't think I'd be your first time. How could you possibly know that on second thought? Don't answer that. Shall we take a little break? Are you making fun of me? I returned to the X card. Let's get back with this. So did it happen? Is that that means that the ability is gonna take place right now. Interesting. You don't have to push yourself. I don't really need your pity. Hold on. The X card. Can I flip these 2 cards? Wait, so what? Can I flip these 2 cards? So there's an X card, and then between them or around them is 2 other cards. Can I flip these 2 cards? I wasn't able to keep my eyes on these with all the sexual harassment going. What? He's like, hold up. She's like, oh, I didn't see none of that. There's no problem, but I'm a little hurt. You still want to look? Do you think they've both become X cards? Yeah. If you have nothing to hide, there shouldn't be a problem, right? Even so, there may not be a problem, but I'm a little hurt. I can't stand a partner who says stuff like, if you're not cheating, then you should show me your phone. I was just telling her, hey, set me on Facebook. I was not cheating or what? Shut up, Frank Ocean. It's a clear sign they don't trust me, which really turns me off. You still want to check? I don't get why one has to prove their innocence anyway. Yup, so can I flip them? What's up with this zoo background? That was very interesting. I don't know why he drew that. He's just very interesting choice to draw this zoo background on there. I'm heartbroken, even though we shared a kiss. Simmer down. That kiss doesn't count. Right now, I'm flipping it. Oh, simmer down. Okay. Interesting. I've never heard anybody say that. Flips the card. In real life, I should say. So they have the reverse card and the no card. See? The no and return cards, right? Yep. They shuffle the cards. Scroll down. Please select another card. QA, QB, and then the question. That it. This yes card. Scroll down. Flips the card. It's the X card. Oh my, what a shame. Would you like to check the other 2 cards again? Nah. Now please pick your final card. And by the way, if you only have 1 question to ask, I'll let you skip question A and pick question B. That's fine, I'll go with a question A. Right then, feel free to ask as many questions as you like. Let's begin. Is this hideout somewhere on tier 5? No. Is this hideout somewhere on tier 4 or 3? No. Is this hideout on tiers 2 and 1? Just I thought it's on tier 1. Nope. What? Scroll down. Miranda's over here with the Super Famicom behind her on the HD TV. Are you lying? No. Is this hideout within the Black Whale? Yes. Was this hideout created by a Nen ability? Yes and no. What does that mean? Where are we? Scroll down. Huh? Shaking? What is this? Why are they shaking? Oh wait, is this hideout somewhere between tiers 2 and 3? Yes. Scroll down. She's shaking. She's terrified by this information. This is planned from the beginning. Even before the manufacturing stage was finalized, that rumbling just now was the central gate connecting tiers 2 and 3 being sealed tight. So we're probably in that area. That rumbling just now was the central gate connecting the tiers 3 and 2 sealed tight. Is the entry to exit to the hideout somewhere accessible to normal civilians? Yes and no. Are there multiple entrances? Yes. Are there only 2 entrances? No. 3? No. 4? No. 5? Yeah. Her pauses aren't due to hesitation. Rather, she's calculating in her head to make sure she's giving a correct answer. So she's trying to be completely neutral in these answers. Because they're the way you get in here is the teleport, right? We saw that with the Phantom Troop. I'll make full use of this invalid limitation system. Including yourself, there are currently 23 members? No. 22? No. To ensure they can't lay a finger on me and my friends once I'm out of here. So she's trying to get as much information to make sure that they don't pop back at her when she gets out of here, if she gets out of here. 21? Yeah, there's 21 members. 9 plus 10. When I leave, I intend to forget all the information I've learned today, but will you also keep your promise? Yes. If my final card is no, will I get killed? Close up. Yes. Of all your members, are you the only specialist? Yes. Do you know all the other members' abilities? No. Is there only one enhancer on your team? No. I'll ring out every last drop of intel about all their members. So just playing 50 billion questions, not even 21 questions. This is my final question. I've actually come to feel grateful that we could speak and that you've shared so much information. If I end up with the card that allows me to leave, I'd like to change Kakin in my own way, but would you ever change your objective? Hell no. Do you have any intention of changing your objective? No. No matter what happens, will you never change your objective? No. No matter what happens to you, will you never change your objective? No. Is there not even the tiniest chance of you reaching some kind of compromise? No, nope, I will never change my objective. I understand. 2 cards, nope, and the reverse card. Shuffle, shuffle. Now, slide the card you like to discard forward. It's time to choose your final card. So it's either between no or the reverse card. Scroll down, taps, slides the card. These last 2 cards, let's flip them together. If you have return, I die. If I have it, I'll forget everything that's happened and walk out of here. Fine, let's do that. We'll flip them on 3. 1, 2, 3. Flips, no. Reverse card. So she's out of there. Permanently. Free. She looked relieved, shaken. Congratulations, it's a shame, but it can't be helped. Once you've selected that card you want to bring back, the game will end. I'm sorry. I was holding on to it so tightly I was crumpling it up. Hey, she was staying cool. She's staying cool the whole time. Like dealing with that, but she was terrified the whole time. Don't worry about it. I use new cards each time. That's a relief. Miranda looks concerned. That's not a mistake, is it? Nope. The yes card. So she joined them. Okay. Interesting. That's the end of the chapter. So despite having a way out and everything, she still decided to join them. Next chapter, we're gonna figure out why they shut down everything on martial law. I'm assuming. I'd assume that's what's happening next chapter. Very excited for that. Man, Hunter x Hunter. I'm glad I let those 3 chapters stack. Those are definitely ones you wanted to read back to back and not weekly. So one of the few chapters in this entire arc where it's like that. Just follow-up chapters. But hey, nice little chapter. Nice little Hunter x Hunter. You already know. We up. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry. Good session. I gotta upload these on YouTube like properly, because I've been reading all of these since the hiatus has come off. I gotta find a way to upload these properly on my like 2nd channel or something like that. But hey, good shit. Great chapter this week. Chapters. I'll catch y'all later.